Maybe one of these days when I decide to stream, I'll actually do it on time for once. Hey, how's it going? It's time for a good old-fashioned EV live stream. We're gonna beat up some gym leaders today. Welcome, Grain, first in the chat. My goat is back. Which goat? Do you have goats? Oh, baby. Can you imagine just, like, misunderstanding, like... This man's got goats. Where'd the goats go? But thank you, I appreciate it. Hello, Casper. Hey, everyone. How's it going? We're here with a good old-fashioned Pokemon stream. Last time, my audio was a little wonky, a little wacky. Today, hopefully, it'll be less wonky and less wacky. I think I've fixed the hiss problem. It was because I had OBS settings that were simultaneously pushing up and boosting down the audio, which was good because it meant like I would never peak. However, yeah, it made a hiss, and it might have accidentally broken a recording. Not a recording for me, which is good. Recording for a friend of mine. We watched something that I don't think I can talk about yet because it's kind of meant to be a secret. I think he's got another video he's working on first. But yeah, I hope that all pans out as expected, because if it doesn't, I'm going to feel like a little bit of a chode for not fixing that beforehand. Because you guys told me about it, and I was just like, it's probably fine. Well, it wasn't fine, and now here we are. So, I think, now that we've taken out Team Rocket, we can go fight one of two gyms. We can fight Fuchsia City, or we can fight Saffron's gym. Now, the thing is that depending on which gym we fight, we either have a linear experience with the difficulty, or we have a hellish nightmare one, because I believe Sabrina has like Pokemon that are level 50. She's very strong. My only experience with Gen 1 is playing Yellow, where she's got an Abra, a Kadabra, and an Alakazam. And they all give me shit. I mean, the Abra obviously doesn't. It just knows Flash and Teleport, but the others definitely give me shit. And I know that her team isn't the same in this game, but they're probably also pretty strong. So I'll put a poll in the chat on which team. Can I do polls? I can do pop-out chat. How do I do a poll? Engage with your audience. Start a Q&A. Do a poll. Psychic. How do I spell words? Psychic gym or poison gym. We're gonna do both anyway. I mean, we have to do both, but I want to know which one you think would be better. We can either do Koga, which Koga will take us a little bit to get there, but it'll be a bit easier, and we probably won't have to throw ourselves at it half a dozen times. Am I even equipped to take on any gym right now? I don't even think I have items. No, I have, like, no items. A couple revives, a few ethers. Thank goodness, like, this is just a chill playthrough and not some hellish nightmare challenge mode run, because I'd be boned. Windorade or Gaydex? Gaydex. Is V on the Wii? EV Plush is indeed on the Wii, yes. If that's what you're asking, then yes. That I believe she's claimed the EV Plush, or the Wii. The EV Plush is claimed the Wii. I swear I know how to speak today. Hey, good to know you're a Pokemon fan and played on pause. I sure am, Jimmy Hook. Pokemon's next to Thomas. I'd say Pokemon is one of my most favorite franchises. I'd say, probably even slightly above. I've definitely sunk more hours into doing Pokemon things than I have doing Thomas things. Unless you count video creation. If you count video creation, then it might be a little bit closer. But yeah, Pokemon's pretty chill. I like it. I never got into the other the other like monster catching battle type games that are similar to Pokemon. Like I never dug Digimon all that much. I never really got into Yokai, and I have not played Pal World. And of all of those, I think the only one that I would consider is Pal World, but it's on PC, and my PC's not bad, but it's not really one that I want to sink into gaming, so because Pokemon has good games for all ages, and Thomas has take Thomas to this simple crate. I think Thomas can be fun for all ages. Like it depends if you like trains. If you don't like trains, then you're probably not gonna like Thomas. Like I was showing a friend of mine Thomas the first 2 seasons. We watched through season 1, and I wasn't expecting him to really like it. And we watched through it, and he was like, "Hey, that's pretty good. Let's watch season 2. I want to see some more." I show him season 2, and he's like, "Holy shit, this is so much better!" Like, and legitimately, season 2 was infinitely better than season 1 in every conceivable way. I'm gonna check my Pokedex because I see a Farfetch'd over there that I kind of want, but it is crazy how much they improved between seasons. And I'm not gonna say that season 2 is perfect, but holy smokes, was it like solid overall. We don't have Coughing or Wheezing yet. I feel like we should. And we don't have a Tangela either. Or Fish, or Bigger Fish, or Star, or Larger Star. Or Mime? I feel like we should have Mr. Mime by now, but we don't. We have a lot of Pokemon, or we don't have a lot of Pokemon that we need to fill out this thing. For those who are new to these streams and who haven't been... Oh yeah, I was going to see if we have Farfetch'd. For those who are new to these streams and don't know what we're doing here, basically I've been on a sort of journey of self-discovery to... Oh, we do a Farfetch'd, yes. To get every Pokemon on the Switch games. Every single one. Or at least as many as I can. I want to see how many Pokemon are collectible on the Switch. This has been like kind of a... Is there an item over here? Jenna's going sicko mode here. Ooh, a golden pineapple berry. That doesn't do a lot for us, but I think I can feed that to Jenna and she'll be like, yum yum, yummy in my tummy. Yeah, we're trying to collect all of the Pokemons, or as many as we can, and it'll probably be a video. I don't stream every single session that I do because but I do like to stream it every once in a while, just to chill out, talk with people. I'm not only gonna stream Pokemon. I don't know like if people are super into the streams, but if you guys are, then I'm definitely willing to stream some other games and do this a little more regularly if this is something that people genuinely like. Gotta get back to stuff on my dad's TV. See ya. Bye, Jimmy Hook. Season 5 is the perfect Thomas season, I'm telling you. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty darn close, I'd say. I'd say, like, I mean, it depends on what you like, right? Like, my friend, he very much enjoys the chaotic Thomas episodes where, like, things go crazy. Like, A Close Shave. Thomas Comes to Breakfast, which he's dubbed as Thomas's Terrorism. That sort of thing. So... I have a feeling that he would really enjoy Season 5. But I can't just, like, throw him into Season 5 completely blind. Because it's like, who's Thomas? Who's Percy? Who's anybody? Why does any of this matter? Like, it would just, I don't know. But what pushed him over into wanting to watch it was I showed him one of the VHS commercials that you'd see in like before, it's like one of the special features basically that you'd see on a Thomas DVD, and he saw the clip of Thomas breaking through that wall in the special letter, and he was like, holy shit, what the fuck? And that was kind of the start of him wanting to check it out. And I'm like, okay, Austin, I can either show you like the really crazy episodes, or we can go in order and you get the full package. And he's like, ooh, I don't know. And he chose the full package, so I'm giving him the full package. And honestly, like, I don't go back and watch a lot of classic Thomas, so it's been really nice getting to you know, sit back with someone and just watch it. I wanted to do it as a video, but he wasn't really into that, and I didn't want to force him to make a video if he doesn't want to. We have a joke where he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm just content for you. That's why you invite me over, so you can get content out of me." Let's check the gym poll here. It looks like the poison gym has a slightly behind. The psychic gym has more of a lead. Maybe, I don't know. It's a tough call. I definitely have to train up a little bit. Okay, how about this? Let's go through the poison gym to train up a little bit, because otherwise I'm gonna have to train anyways. We'll fight all the gym leaders in the all the trainers in the poison gym. Then we'll go and fight all the trainers in the psychic gym. Then we'll fight Sabrina. Then we'll fight Koga. I think that's the best of both worlds. Because otherwise, I'm just going to have to catch, like, 85,000 Pokemon to slowly level my team up. Because they're like, level 30 right now. That means you are now worthy of challenging my gym. Oh, shoot. Can I not challenge, Damn. What a master of disguise. I didn't even realize. Can I not challenge Sabrina until I beat Koga? Because in Gen 1, I know that you can. I'm amazed every time I see that. He looked just like me, right? And then that guy turns into Koga too. It's like, who's the real one? I don't know. Oh, this is like the... Okay, this is actually way easier than the other one. In the original Game Boy version, it was like little dots on the ground that you had to look at, and it was kind of difficult to see where you couldn't go. Thomas commits arson. Yeah. Thomas committing some straight war crimes up in here. Yeah, but I think he'd really enjoy Season 5, but we gotta get there first, because... Can you do a thumbnail for me? Maybe. It depends. I have to get it to you somehow, though. That's the thing. Tudor? Pardon me if I'm mispronouncing that. I mean, maybe, but it depends on what you need. I would suggest, honestly, like, and I don't mean to be rude or anything, but I do suggest, like, when trying to make content, try to learn the skills yourself for how to make things rather than just asking people. It's totally fine to ask people to help you with stuff, but I do think it's important to acquire those skills because it helps more in the long term, right? Like, I'm not gonna be here making assets for people forever, so I think it would be worthwhile to, even if you have to jerry-rig something together in, like, MS Paint, it's still, like, you figure out how to do things your own way. It might not be necessarily the quote-unquote right way, where it's like, oh, I got the Photoshop, I got Premiere, but you like, I think it's important to learn, is what I'm saying. This guy is... Oh, shoot, he's, like, way stronger than Hippity Hoppity, get off my property. Thomas does the trolley problem. The trolley problem is such a fun thing. That's a video that I've wanted to make, is a video about the trolley problem. And how you can beat it. Because there is a way to beat the trolley problem. It's not impossible, and you can do it without actually killing anybody. I've been thinking about it. It would be in the same vein as the One Road Society video from way back when, for those who remember that. For the long-time viewers who remember that. That was, like, my first dip into, making, like, what's the word? Making, like, things for it. Social media posts for it. That's the one. What would be best for you? Let's do... We taught Leo Dragon Pulse. I really want to see what this Dragon Pulse animation looks like. Yeah, that's about what I'd expect. Just a beam. That's about what a Dragon Pulse looks like. Part of me does kind of wish that it came out of the cannons instead of just like a thing, but I understand why it doesn't, because in Pokemon, I mean, this game, like, you have not like a fraction of the Pokemon, but there's still like 150 gosh dang Pokemon that you have to animate custom animations for, and that doesn't sound like anything that anyone wants to do. And it always bothered me a little bit seeing people compare, like, the newest Pokemon games to, Stadium. saying like, oh, well, Stadium has these good animations, these custom animations for it. Go back and watch some of the Stadium animations and tell me how well they line up. Like, some of them, not only are some of them really wonky and weird, and not only do some of them not make sense, but that's the only thing that the game's got going for it, is these long, like, and the animations are so gosh dang long, and you can't turn them off. So if you miss with an attack like Thunder, you're gonna hear, like, the narrator be like, oh shit, he's using Thunder, and now Thunder, it missed, and now we gotta wait 30 years for the attack to run out, so that we can go on to the next attack, and oh, he's using self-destruct, and he exploded, and the explosion just phases through your opponent, and then that guy missed, then you've got to watch the opponent faint for another 30 years, and at this point I'm already 112, and it's like, well, what do I do? So yeah. Who is the best transporters? 40 question marks. Adam, you know, and I know which transporter is the best transporter, and that's the one that they should have maybe held off on making. That's the one with the MS Paint dreads, who is okay. I don't want to talk about this too much, but if Adam is bringing it up in chat, maybe I can talk about it a little bit. I had to do, no, I didn't get to choose to do this, I was forced to do this. Adam strapped me to a chair and he said, play don't pause, watch the transporters with me and Luke. And he knew what he was getting into. Luke knew what he was getting into. I had not a clue what I was getting into. It was not fun. And it's not only was it not fun, there's a character in that who has, they're basically blackface. It's a white lady who okay, let's back up a little bit. So the transporters is like, they put real faces on just like stock models of cars and stuff, which already looks atrocious. But what they also did was they thought, well, what do we do when it's too far away? We're working on a budget of 37 cents. Did you just use motherfucking Moonblast on me? What kind of muck is this? What are we gonna do for when it's far away? Well, we'll model a really shitty, like, far away face. Like, I'm talking like the Super Mario 64 far away Mario. Fario, I like to call him. And then we'll just do that. And so I guess they modeled like a face for a black person, but then they realized, oh, we've only got one person who is of color, and this isn't gonna work. What are we gonna do? Well, let's just get Susie the intern in, and we'll just edit her face in post to be black, and put in some MS Paint dreads, and it was awful. It was no good. We should have just watched Ernie. Yeah, we should have just watched Ernie. This is on you, Adam. You have to sit here and tell us why you did this to me. It was bad. It was very, very bad. Let me catch up on some of the comments here because I went on a little bit of a rant. Hit us with the oh my gibbly gobbly gosh dang. Don't worry, it'll come. It will come, I promise. Let's hit him with a thrash actually, because outrage. He knows outrage. He's a bee. That's a dragon type move. Why don't I know outrage? I look more like a dragon than this guy, and Lorenzo's just like a rabbit thing with a horn. Question, do you plan on doing more of those interview videos? Yeah, probably in the future. I actually have two Analyzation Expresses I want to get through first. One is with Adam, and then one is with Adam and Luke. And neither of them involve what we watched. I did ask Adam, like, hey, nudge nudge, can I borrow some of that that transporters video? But he's also going to make a video watching it, and I'm like, well, I don't want to make just the same thing. So yeah, that'll be his thing, and then I'll do my thing, and it'll all be cool. People just shouting Ernie in the chat. That bothers me so much that that's become a thing. I'm glad it's become a thing, but It's I see it everywhere, and every time we have like a group chat, me, Luke, and Adam, and every time in the group chat, something happens, like it'll just come out of nowhere and blindside me, and with someone will blindside me with an Ernie, and I'm like, come on, have some respect. Haven't I been through enough? Gosh dang it. I deal with Ernie, I deal with the transporters, I deal with some other stupid space show, which was also shit. It took my soul. I did not like that. I kind of needed that a little bit, but it's gone now. Or it's on loan, rather. I'm sure I'll get it back one day. Okay, these guys are way stronger than I thought they would be. I mean, I'm not particularly worried. We've got more than enough Pokemon to throw at them, but Toxic. Dude, brother, just hit me with Shadow Ball again. The AI in Pokemon is a special kind of awkward, because they're like, I'm gonna use, they use Protect, then Shadow Ball, then they hit me with Toxic. Why would you hit me with Toxic when you have one Pokemon? That doesn't make any sense. Why would you do it that late in the battle, too? I mean, I'm not complaining because it's gonna give me the win, but it's just strange. I'm gonna hit him with a Protect real quick. Hopefully, this pans out as I need. Stop with the underground Ernie. Bear the diesel. Stop it. But yeah, to answer your question, there will be more interview videos at some point. There are a couple people who have asked me if I want to do one. I don't take requests for like who to interview or anything. Like if you get in the comment section and be like, can you interview me? It doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to. It just it's complicated. Tudor, can you say if you're gonna make that thumbnail for me or not? It depends what it is. What thumbnail do you want me to make, and I'll see if it's something that I can do. But again, like, depending on what it is, I might just suggest that you maybe take a crack at making it yourself. And that, again, that's not me trying to be rude or anything. I think that it's important to, like, develop those skills and get your own skill set. But that's just me. Like I'm not saying, like, I would never help anybody with a video. I'm just saying, like if it's something that's well and truly out of your reach, then yeah, I'll see what I can do, but I can't really guarantee that I'm always gonna be able to help with stuff, so yeah. Like, it's and I hate to say that. I hate to be like, oh, I'm not gonna help. Like, of course I want to help as many people as I can, but it's just like, I don't know. Like, I also do believe that, well, I've said it already. It's one of those things where with YouTube where, like, you kind of just have to, like, experiment with stuff and try to do things your own way. And very rarely are you going to, like, in like 5 years, you're gonna look back at it and be like, oh my gosh, that sure was a thing I made at some point. And maybe it's not the best, or maybe you'll learn something from it. You'll be like, I could probably do that better now, and you'll try to remake it. That's definitely something that's happened with me, where I've made a video and then I was like, I could probably do that better, and then I did it better, and it was a better time. Speaking of thumbnails, I've been watching your thumbnail video because it really helped me. Well, thank you, I appreciate it. That thumbnail video was it was definitely that's definitely an example of a video that, like, I can see where, like, maybe I could do something better if I really wanted to. Maybe I could try a different thing. But that thumbnail video was really fun to put together. The only part about it that frustrates me is that I give advice saying, like, hey, watch the bottom right corner because that's where they put the timer. And then what do I do later on in the video while working on, like, oh, I'm gonna redo Carson's Video Workshop's thumbnail? What do? I put the titles in the frickin' bottom corner. Gosh dang it. I can't believe it. Can't believe I gave advice and I didn't take my own gosh dang advice. How about that? Played on pause. Please do a stream or video on Roblox Doors. It's such a good game, and they've released Floor 2, and it's so good. I don't do like a whole lot of gaming stuff. I'm not against it. Roblox has always been one of those games where I've tried to get into it and then I back out. I try to get into it later on, and then I back out. There are a couple Roblox games that have caught my attention. I would love to do like a funny fucking around thing with one of the Thomas games. I think it's like Blue Train with Friends or something. I haven't heard of Doors though. Is that like Backrooms thing, or is it just like is like one of those you know those like game shows where it's like, here's 3 doors, 2 of them have a donkey behind it and one of them has the Fountain of Youth. Now you get to choose one of the doors, but then we're gonna take one of the doors away that has a donkey. Do you want to switch your door? Is like that? Because I mean, hey, if they've got the Fountain of Youth, of course I'm gonna play some of that. I want to see the Fountain of Youth. It's a horror game. It's kind of like Backrooms. It's weird. Interesting. I am not... I'm going to put it right now. I'm a little bit of a chicken shit when it comes to horror games. I don't have a particularly strong tolerance to even the most basic frickin' jump scares. Sometimes when I get hit with a jump scare, it's usually like, followed by like abject annoyance, especially... There was one video I saw that used like the same jump scare 3 times in a row unironically, and it was like, come on, like you don't need to do that, and it got me all 3 times. That's the frustrating part. It's how I made the thumbnail for New Crane on the Line, inspired by All Eyes on Dennis. Oh, so you made a video on how you made the thumbnail for New Crane on the Line. That's cool. That's awesome. I'm glad that I was able to... I posted on Discord and he saw it and he liked it. Very cool. I approve. I got an idea. Can you build a railway on only... Can you build a railway on only 1 rail? So, here's a funny story about the One Road Society video. That whole thing where it's like me talking to my friends about it, that's only like one part of the story. It actually goes a little bit deeper than that. So, and Austin can attest to this. This all really started rather, on Thanksgiving one year. Me and some friends were getting together for a Thanksgiving feast. We had a good time. It was great. But during the night, I started talking about the One Road Society, and Austin and another friend of ours just started drinking because they were listening to me, and they were like, we were kind of going back and forth because they're trying to find because I'm like, oh, it's a flawless system. There's no flaws to it. And so they're trying to point out like things that are wrong with it. And I'm just like parrying every single point that they're making. And they drank an entire bottle of wine in a night. It was really funny. And yeah. So like Austin is heavily invested against the One Road Society, and like when I showed him the video, I actually have a recording of him watching that video for the first time, and it's hilarious. I've wanted to do something with it, but I probably won't, just because, like, I don't know, I'd have to ask him, but you know, play with Luke, play with Luke so he forces you to have the balls. Yeah, it's fair. Luke would definitely do. You see, the thing is, doing a horror game with another friend actually makes it a little bit easier, because it's like, oh, like I'm with another person. I have like that anchor, right? So I'm not getting so totally sucked into it that it's like when you get jump scared, it freaks me out. Doors is like the back rooms. Your goal is basically to get through 100 doors. Interesting. Now my question is there any Roblox jank in it? because that'll decide on whether or not or rather how much Roblox jank is in it, because there's usually a little bit of Roblox jank in every Roblox game. But yeah. Anyway, the reason that I brought up the One Road Society thing again is that story rather, is because later on, one of my friends was like, or no, I think I came up with this. I came back like another day, and I was like, guys, I got it. You've heard of the One Road Society, but now here's the brand new One Rail Society. And they looked at me like, yo, that's kind of fucking dope. One Rail Society. Just like, instead of roads, monorail. But I feel like there'd be less to talk about with that, just because it's like it would basically be the same idea, just with a monorail instead of a road, and probably less people getting into horrific car accidents. I accidentally posted a flag of an obscure country. Roblox jank, what do you mean? You mean lag and stuff? No, Roblox jank is in, like, the game is about to frickin' fall apart at the hinges. Like, what's a good example? Like, you rub up against a wall the wrong way and then you explode into a billion pieces or something, or you get spawn camped by like a mob that managed to get out of its hole. How about who did it better on Christmas stories? I've thought about doing a bunch of Christmas stories once. That'll probably happen. It'll probably be in the same vein as the Halloween video. Probably not this year though, because I'm working on that basis video and it is a lot. So, gonna hold off on that for the time being, but yeah, a Christmas video is definitely on the list of things I want to make. Felt like I was playing on high exposure from Ironheart. I don't know, playing a high exposure Ironheart. I don't know what Ironheart is. I know Iron Lung, which is the sub game, but what would be the perfect Thomas movie? I mean, I don't know. I think like making a Thomas movie is difficult, I find, because you want to do something fantastical, but then if you go too fantastical, it's quote unquote not realistic enough, and then people don't like it. But if you try to do something too realistic, people are gonna say it's boring. Iron Lung, that's not Ironheart, my bad. I get it mixed up. No worries. I don't know. I feel like what I would consider a perfect Thomas movie, this is also something I want to do a video on at some point. I would say probably, and this is just me speaking off the top of my head, I would say a version of Thomas and the Magic Railroad that doesn't involve the live action human characters. Now, I don't hate the live action human characters, and I actually don't even hate the magic element of Thomas and the Magic Railroad. That's all fine. I think it would work without the magic, but I think that the magic is not a deal breaker. If it was a deal breaker, then projects like Railspin Split Space, I don't think would be nearly as appreciated as they are. Like, there are tons of movies, tons of fan movies that use magic or like ghost shit, and people generally like them, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just think that it's weird to say, well, we don't like this particular brand of magic. But I mean, if that's your opinion, that's your opinion. I'm not going to say you're wrong. I personally would go for one where instead of live action human characters, it is the little wooden models, and it all takes place on Sodor. Just those two changes right there fix so many problems with it, because now you have a world that doesn't feel totally empty. You can still have all the voices for all the characters and stuff. You stay more true to the actual show rather than something that looks very jarring, because they never do the live action stuff again. And I don't think the live action blends really well together, all things considered. But I just think it would have been better if they used like the wooden figures for it, and then you can still have it be like Mr. Conductor is telling the story in live. Actually, let's back up a little bit, because there's one other piece to that because I've thought about this a lot. Start it and structure it like The Wizard of Oz. So Wizard of Oz, for those who haven't seen it, the movie starts in all black and white, and then we transfer to the Land of Oz, and everything's in color, and it's in color for the whole movie. And then at the end, it goes back to black and white. Do the same with Thomas and the Magic Railroad. Start it with human characters, like an episode of Shining Time Station. Then go into the model style and stick with the model style for the whole thing. This isn't like an alternate world or anything. There's no, like, going through magic buffers to get from one place to another. It's not a parallel universe or anything. It's just... This is just, like, how the world looks as he's telling the story. And just tell the story like that. And you fix most of the complaints that people have with Thomas and the Magic Railroad, I think. And maybe just structure it a little bit better. Just because I watched a few clips of it recently, and there's some hokey ass dialogue in that, especially where like Diesel 10 overhears Thomas and Percy talking while they're doing the mail train. Like, that dialogue is just not written well at all. So, yeah. The Great and Powerful Oz turns on the saturation and other stories. Yeah, but just do that with Thomas and the Magic Railroad, and I think you've got like a more cohesive story where you're not cutting back and forth constantly between human characters and the main cast. And I don't even think like the stuff with the human characters is bad necessarily. It's just not what people are coming to see when they watch a Thomas thing. And I felt like that watching it for the first time. I haven't seen it in a long time, so maybe my opinion would be different. But I don't know. Do I know where to find the French-Canadian tapes? No, I don't. I didn't even know there were French-Canadian tapes. Google. Google is your friend. I wouldn't know anything about that. I just like the show. I don't know all the extended behind-the-scenes stuff that was sent out across the world. There's one from 2010, DVDs with the French, English, and Spanish audio. Again, I'm sorry, I just don't know. Luke pauses, hopefully gonna play a horror game. Yeah, Luke, do you wanna play a funny Roblox horror game? It'll probably be the only time. Okay, that's not entirely true. There's one other scenario, well, two other scenarios where I'd play Roblox. One is the Blue Train thing, just to have a funny time with it, or if I wanted to make something silly. And then the other one, which I'm genuinely interested in, is there's like a Roblox Minecraft parody server that is like, it pairs all of them together. I think I'm just gonna go back and heal because I am very paralyzed and I need to fix my team up a little bit. I'm lost. I am total. Please turn on the wall so that I can leave. Thank you. That's a sentence I never thought I'd say. Jeez. There's a Minecraft Roblox parody server that I would really want to try something with, like as a group collaborative project where we pick a theme of some sort and then we build that. Like, it's like build what would be like a good thing, like build a city or something, and then we all like pitch in to build what we think a good city would be. I think that could be very fun. Whether or not that's something I will actually do, I'd have to like look into it to see if it would actually work. There's also like Minecraft.io, which is a browser that lets you play Minecraft with other people. That would also be a cool thing that I would like to try something with. Whether or not like that's gonna be like very soon down the road or farther down the road, I just don't know. Because there's a lot of other stuff that I want to do, and I'm only one guy. And I've learned from past experience that working on multiple videos all at the same time is rough. You basically get nothing done, and then you just sit there like, shit. Hello, what's your favorite? Finally, someone asked this gosh dang question. Oh my gosh. I've been waiting for someone to ask me what my favorite fish was forever. Okay, so my favorite fish. Let's talk about this. Favorite fish for eating, fish sticks. That's just objectively the best fish. If you say otherwise, you're not right. You're incorrect. Fish sticks, best eating fish. Favorite actual fish? Oh wait, yeah, I want to buy meds and shit. Let's get some antidotes. Best fish is the anglerfish. I'm going to tell you why right now. First of all, little bauble. It lights up, natural illumination at the bottom of the gosh dang ocean. Very cool. Like that a lot. It's functional. It lets them see. Not only does it let them see, it attracts other prey that they then consume. Very cool. Like that a lot. It's based on the Pokemon Lantern, yeah. Pokemon Lantern's based off of it. That's pretty cool. Like that a lot. Lantern is a Pokemon that I jive with. Very cute, very... It looks squishy, and I want one. So yeah, that's point number 2. Third point, the really cool stuff, is that the anglerfish that we all think of, the big toothy guy with the bauble on his head, that is actually only the female brand of anglerfish. Let that sink in for a minute. You might be thinking to yourself, wait a minute, that's only the females. What do the males look like? Why don't we ever see any male anglerfish then? Play Don't Pause. Are you cracked? Are you off your gosh dang rocker? No. Well, probably yes, but no. The female anglerfish are the big toothy bauble ones. The male anglerfish are tiny little chode fish that just grab onto the underside of the female fish and let it reproduce. And that is freaking cool to me. I don't know why that's cool to me, it just is. I think that is really funny. Gosh dang it, Koga, you've trolled me and made me lose my train of thought. Yeah, I like that a lot. So that is my favorite fish. Second favorite fish, like, just behind that, the whale shark a fish? I feel like the whale shark is a fish. If the whale shark is a fish, that's my second favorite. A mere child like you dares to challenge me. Very well, I shall show you the true terror of a ninja master. Wait, are we gonna do a 4-on-1 battle? No, we're not. What was even... Brother, what was the point of doing shadow clones? Are we gonna hear more camping stories from you? We might. There might be more camping stories in the future. I definitely have some. I would like to make, like, more, like, little bits for them for other videos. I don't know when. I could... Maybe... If I could really think for a minute, I might be able to talk about some on stream. But off the top of my head, I can't really think of any. So I apologize. My condolences for that. I'll be right back. If you guys can give me just like 1 minute, please. I'm back. I return faster than ever before. Headbutt, let's go. Now you might be wondering, Play Don't Pause, why do you leave? Why do you leave me to go get milk and never return? Allergies, that's why. It's just, nose is wacky and doesn't work properly sometimes. I once watched outside my window and saw a random woman shouting at her husband or something, and he felt really sad, and then he got into his car and accidentally reversed into her. Cool. Interesting facts. Thanks, Green. Funny. Oh wow, he flinched twice. That's like rare or something. Wow, very neat. I do have some stories to talk about. If he's using explosion, okay. He just wanted to go thermonuclear. Fine. I do have some funny work stories if you're interested. Not funny work stories, but some work stories that I think are interesting. So, we were recently... So I work at a news station. I'm not going to say which news station, for the sake of protecting all those involved. I'm going to call it Ultra Bitchin' News Incorporated. So I go to Ultra Bitchin' News Incorporated for my day job. That's why videos have been taking so long, because over the summer, I work there as what's called a casual employee. But they've had me on full-time basically over the summer so that other people can go on vacation. Which is why videos have taken so long. Anyway, we had to cover a thing where a woman had been hit by a car in a way that I don't really want to talk about because, again, like I want to protect those involved. And considering how the situation panned out, the less details I can give, the better, so people don't go Googling on a 4chan crusade to go and harass people, because that's no good. Of course he's flying. Of course he flies. In that case, I'm gonna use Protect. So, we had to cover a video where a woman was hit by a car. And she was hit by a car in a way that seems oddly suspicious, like it wasn't the driver's fault. And that's all I'm gonna say on the matter. Like, there's just something that wasn't right there. And that's all the information I can give. And people were holding a service where they were, like... we're both using Protect. Great. Top tier. They were holding a service where they, like, to honor her. And they shut down an entire intersection to do it, which already on my shit list. If you shut down an intersection and cause, like, traffic jams... for any reason, already on my bad side. I know it's for the right reason, or it seems like it's for the right reason, but I don't like that. Like, get off the road, please. Like, I don't mind people holding a service, but don't cause other people distress or, like, headache to do it, is what I'm saying. I don't think that's an unfair thing to ask. Anyway, so we had one of our reporters go out. Let's call her Shauna. And then she had someone else come with her who we'll call Jeff. So Shauna and Jeff go out to film this, and they know that they're coming out. And they're going to do an interview after the whole walk is done and stuff. And everything, this is like a routine thing that we do on a regular basis. This isn't like some fly-by-night kind of operation that we're trying for the first time. This is like typical business. So we go out there, we do the how do you spell that? Jeff or Geoff? Yes. So they go out there, they do the thing, they're getting footage. For some reason, one of the girls there, who's it's either like her or a friend of the person whose mother had passed away. They just, like, snapped at some point during it. Like, something cracked in their dome, and they just thought that Shauna was laughing at them. And so they started chasing after them. At this point, Jeff has, like, fucking run back. Like, Jeff's a really nice guy. He is, like, one of the most, like, kind-hearted people in the entire workplace. And because there's some real assholes that work there. And he's, like, shook at this point. He's run back to the news van. And Sean is, like, kind of walking away, because what are you going to do? Like, fight 100 people who are there? That, like, it's, like, loads of people. It's way too many people to argue with all at once. Like, you're not gonna do like a Super Smash Brothers multi-man melee to fight these people off. So they got like a little bit of footage of it on her phone, and she goes back to the thing. But like, she wasn't laughing at them or anything. Like, she literally wasn't doing anything. Like, she's very professional. More professional than me. Like, if I would have been there, gosh knows what would have happened. I would have been charged for 45 war crimes, probably. And I do understand that they're going through a very hard time, like someone in that community passing away. But again, like, the driver, it wasn't like the driver hit them maliciously or anything like that. It wasn't like he steered into the sidewalk and bowled her over. It wasn't like a crazy scenario like that, or like she was tied to the railroad tracks and he executed her or anything. You've been in the sun too long. Your dome has cracked. Yeah. It was a situation where she was in the middle of the road and he literally could not have seen her. It was at like 2 in the morning. Like, there was no way that this guy was seeing her. So, like, and they want him charged, and it's just like, come on. Like, it's not like he drove away afterwards either. Like, he stayed there on the scene. The lady was pronounced dead. Everything, he was told he could go. He left. And then they come back like a couple weeks later, and they're like, we need to stone this man to death. He needs to be held accountable for his crime. Like, his crime of what? There was someone in the street doing something, I'm not going to say what, doing something where they were literally, like, basically invisible. You know how many people I've run over walking home, or not walking home, but driving home from work at, like, I get off work at like 12 o'clock midnight. I am, like, in the dead of night driving along, and people are just walking in the street wearing all black. And again, I'm not going to say anything about anything, because they legitimately don't know why she was doing what she was doing in the middle of the road. But it sounds to me, and again, this is just my personal opinion, it sounds to me like she was either intoxicated, or in physical distress, or this was some kind of insurance scam. There's no reason for her to be in the middle of the road. Like, she was like low down on the road. There was no reason for that. And people want to say like, oh, she was like there maliciously. How? That's what I want to know. And like, I get that when there's tragedy like that, people want an answer, and so they like reach to very absurd degrees, because it just makes sense in their mind. I've done that. I've seen people do that. People in my family have done that. There was an incident where my auntie, her house exploded, which obviously killed her. And one of her, I don't know exactly what the relation is. I think she was their mother. One of her children, who is 25, 26, was maybe even older than that, was thinking like that something had gone, and I don't want to get into too much detail with it, but they were coming up with like a conspiracy theory on what was happening. Conspiracy theories happen when people want to like make sense of something that they don't understand. And that there's nothing wrong with doing that, but you have to like draw a line somewhere. Like, you have to still be able to think critically and be able to step away from that. This was either a really stressful situation for her, or it broke her and she just straight up is evil. No, I wouldn't say that they're evil. I just think that they're really misguided with what they're asking, because they're asking the police to arrest someone who literally could not have done anything, A, to save this lady, or B, to like, there's no way he could have known. She was literally like on a bridge out of sight when she was hit by a car. There was no way to know that that she was there. So yeah, Um, I've completely lost how we got here. Oh yeah, I was telling. So yeah, they were chasing Sasha and Jeff, and then Sasha comes back to the news station, and I'm talking about it because, well, because I work the late shift. We do the late show, and Sasha's like, "Yeah, this is what happened," and I was like, "What the fuck?" And because I had thought that it was a hit and run, and I was like, "Okay, well, if it's a hit and run, then yeah, he should be arrested." But it wasn't a freaking hit and run. It was just an accident. There was no, like sometimes people just get hit by a car in the dead of night. Like, it just happens sometimes. And I feel really bad for the guy, because that guy now has to live the rest of his life knowing that, like, he killed someone. He couldn't have known that she was there, but he killed someone, and he's just got to live with that now, and that sucks. Her house exploded. Sorry, man. Dude, this is... and then follow that up with accidents happen now and again. Don't worry about the house exploding bit. That was a while ago. That was years ago at this point. It's not... I mean, it's a big deal, obviously. Like, a family member died. But, like, I'm not so broken up by it that, yeah. So yeah, don't worry about it. Someone else is asking, let's move away from that. That got really dark. I'm sorry that got as dark as it did. Please also, if you are watching this, on either side, if you're a fan of mine watching this, or you've linked this to someone who knows about this, please don't go harassing anyone. I'm gonna ask that you don't harass me. I'm just giving my opinion. I could be wrong. I could be, maybe the mafia, the Yakuza was out to execute her. I don't know. But yeah, just don't go on either side. Don't do any investigative work, please. This isn't such a big deal. If you're a fan of mine, like, don't go looking into this. There are better ways to spend your weekend. Trust me. I'm gonna feed Jenna some tasty fruit. I'm gonna feed her a whole pineapple and then another whole pineapple. But this pineapple is blue, so it's even better. And yeah. That's a work story that really grinded my gears. Jenna wants to be pat again? Really? Aww. She found me starred. What a good girl. What a good freaking girl, man. The best Eevee that ever darn did was. Someone's asking, I saw in the chat, sorry, let me go back up here. I hope that was interesting at least a little bit for some of you. I know that was a little bit of a downer story, but it really grinded my gears. What's a video that you've been wanting to do, but you've been waiting for the right time? And right is spelt like writing something. Oof. I've definitely made that typo before. What's a video that I've been waiting for the right time to make? That's... Okay, there's definitely a few that come to mind. I don't want to spoil too much, but I am getting ready to go on a bit of a series reviewing crusade. Or I've been thinking about it, rather. I don't know 100% if I'm going to, but I've been waiting to do a few reviews on different Thomas fan series. I can tell you off the top of my head a few of them that I want to do. One of them is for Stories of Sodor, which shouldn't be much of a surprise to anyone. I've been waiting on that one specifically because the whole award show thing, I want that to die down because I don't want people saying that I have sex with Victor Tanzig, which I think is a really interesting joke to make, considering the fact that, like, you make a sex joke in the Thomas fandom and people will eat you. But then it's like, haha, Play Don't Pause is gay. LMAO, Raffle Copter. Funny. Yeah. Another one that I want to do is, Enterprising Engines. I want to watch that whole series, which is gonna be a lot. Yeah, people genuinely said that. People were like, he has sex with Victor Tanzig, and that's why he said that his series is good. That's why he said that he liked the series, because they fucked. The word of the year is gonna be gay. Yeah. I want to do all of Enterprising Engines if I can. That's a lot. I've thought about doing Sudrian Conflict, but I'm still on the fence about that one because I feel like if I say bad things about it, people are going to be like, oh, you're just a hater because you don't like this person. And if I say good things about it, people are going to be like, oh, you're saying good things about it even though he did all this fucked up shit. Which, honestly, I don't care about any of the gosh dang drama. Like, and I've never cared about internet drama. Sometimes, like, if it's like a scam thing, that's interesting to me, but I do not care about, like, regular internet drama where it's like this he said, she said, high school garbage. Someone was mean to me on the internet, and so now I'm gonna write a 45-paragraph thing. And you have the right to be upset if someone did something or someone said something. That's not the point. But I don't like when people are like, well, because they've done this or they've said this, you're not allowed to say nice things about their work. Okay. What can I talk about then? Can I talk about the wind? Or do you want me to not talk about the wind because someone's house got blown over by a tornado? Like, come on. It's rough. It's a hard time to say the least. So yeah, those are some that I've been thinking of doing. I've actually been rewatching through Sudrian Conflict, and this recent rewatch is very different from my first viewing of it. Very different opinion. So, I mean, at least the first, oh my gosh, 40 episodes of it. But yeah, that's where I am with videos. Hey, what's your favorite fish? I actually answered my favorite fish, The Amazing Adventure of Eduardo. It's the anglerfish, because it's cool, and Lantern is based off of it, and Lantern is squishy, and fish biology stuff. I think I probably lost like half the viewership right there when I started talking about my favorite fish. But I wanted to talk about it, gosh dang it. Sorry, I've missed a bunch of questions. Speaking of Stories of Sodor, is Season 5 good in your opinion? I've talked about this on previous streams, and I'll probably talk about it when I inevitably do a review. But I don't think it's as bad as people say it is. I think it's just a little bit undercooked. I think it needed more time in the oven. Not to say that you can't have short episodes for things, but I just think it needed another draft. The most of it's pretty good. The ending kind of faltered a little bit, and I'll get into that, my reasons for thinking that when I make that video. But I don't think it's terrible. I think there's definitely stories. There's definitely like official shit that is way more vapid. I've definitely seen some fan stuff that was like, brother, you can't say, like, I don't know, that was like on that same level as Season 5 that I would consider good. So yeah, I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was awful. I didn't think it like knocked my socks off. It had a lot of fun moments. It also had some stuff I didn't like, which is just part of any show. And every show on Earth is going to have stuff that you like and stuff that you don't like. And I don't think that criticizing it necessarily means that you think it's awful. And I don't think it having bad stuff in it necessarily makes it the worst thing ever. Like, every show has its ups and its downs, right? So, yeah, some people are going to say I'm coping, and they're going to say, like, every show has to be the best thing ever. Every show has to be Invincible, where it's like, here's the best 8 episodes, and if one of them falls apart, well, the whole thing's shit. No good. Like, no, you're going to have episodes that are good, and you're going to have stuff that isn't. That's just the way it is. Turtles and Thomas kills Thomas. No hate. Victor Tanzik kills him. How fucking dare you? That is true. To be fair, though, Turtles and Thomas killing Thomas in Sudrian Conflict, spoilers. Spoilers for something that's 6 years old. That was like the capper, where this is an ongoing series. Like, I genuinely think that Fallout just should have been longer. Like, Fallout and Munitions should have just been longer stories. And that's all I'm going to say about it. I don't want to get too far into it because I don't want to say something and then make a review and people said, but you said this, what the heck, why are you changing your opinions? It's like, well, sometimes opinions change. I wasn't totally blown away by it. Maybe when I do a review and I watch it again, I'll probably think it slaps ass. Who knows? That's part of the fun of doing reviews and stuff, is that you get to look at something, say, here's what I like, here's what I don't like. Maybe some time goes by, and it's like, oh, I actually do like this a little more. Oh, maybe I didn't think that panned out the way I thought. That's just me. Can we talk about water or not? Because the Titanic sank years ago. Yeah, that... Grain, thank you for understanding my point, gosh dang it. Yeah, no, we're not allowed to talk about water because people drown in water. It's like... dude, internet drama is so shitty and stupid. Like, people can't just keep to themselves anymore with shit. Everything's gotta be... Like, I legitimately saw something the other day where it was like, someone in the community made a doc where they were like exposing someone, and they're like, not trying to cancel someone, but it's like, if you're not trying to cancel someone, then you would have just sorted this out in private like a normal human being. You wouldn't take it in front of all of your peers to write a Google doc that didn't even like explain what they did really. I still don't understand. It just made a totally separate party look bad in comparison. But yeah, do I have one? I do have a Pokemon that's level 45. Oh, so I guess I could have done this gym. Cool. I don't think I want to have this team for this particular gym. Anyway, yeah, it's just what I think about internet drama. It's stupid, it's shitty, and I don't like it, and so that's why I don't consider it when talking about videos. So if anyone was ever curious about my stance on that kind of thing, there you go. You can quote me on that. Put it on a t-shirt. Put it on 2 t-shirts. Put it on 10 t-shirts if you want. I don't know. Okay, who do we want for this? I think Supernova would probably be good. I'd not hippity hoppity get off my property. Scarlet, we got there. This other Ninetales, I don't think I've ever said the name for this one because I can't nickname it because it was a traded Ninetales. An in-game trade, which is stupid. You should be able to nickname in-game trades. But this one is, in my head, Snowbell. So, if anyone's wondering why this one's Scarlet, this one's regular Ninetales, this one, I wanted to be Snowbell, but I didn't realize until too late that it wasn't going to happen. So, yeah. I got Hal, and I got Futon. I feel like Futon is probably going to be good for this. Because he's a strong physical attacker. Hal is level 34, he's not really that powerful, and Sheldon is... eh. Yeah, I think that's probably the best team I'm going to get out of this. Bird, Bird maybe. Bird is technically stronger than Futon, but he's also... I'll get rid of Crab for now. We'll put Bird in place of Crab. Because Crab's not really going to have much in the way of leverage against a bunch of Psychic-type Pokemon. I guess I could like go for like Protect and Stomp, but I'm not going to outspeed anything. And with Psychic-types, you want to kill them quickly before they manage to mess you up. Like, it's usually like one shot, one kill. It's fanboys on Twitter mostly starting it because one person expresses their opinion, and yeah, like it's people on Twitter who think I've got a bit, and I've been one of these people, to be fair. I've got words that need to be thrown out there, and then like the problem with social media, and the reason why I quit Twitter, one of the reasons why, besides all the shit, was because every thought that anyone ever has is just public, whether or not it should be. Like, inside thoughts should be private. Do not post your private thoughts on the internet. That's not good. That is not a good strategy, gosh dang it. because you're inevitably going to, and like, there's nothing wrong with criticism. When someone says, oh, I don't really agree with what you're saying there, that's different. That's not the same thing. But yeah, that's one of the reasons why I got off Twitter. The other reason was because I was just tired of getting pissed on. Get the hickety heckety off my coach. That should be on a shirt. That should be on a shirt. You're right. Someone should do that. Not me, though. I don't sell merch, and I don't plan on it. I don't really... People have often asked me, like, do you ever plan on making a Patreon? And I think I've talked about this before, but I think I'll say it again. No. Not particularly. I've thought about it, but it ultimately came down to no, just because this isn't something that I do as a job, and I don't really want to put me making videos and my success on my viewers. Like, my ability to do this for a living, because A, I just have other things going on, and B, it's not really, like, there's too much of a commitment to it, I find. And it's not a dig against people who do have a Patreon. That's just, it's not for me. It's not something I want to do. So, yeah. My grinkles, it's Veeing time. Oh, that is a top tier comment right there. It's Veeing time, and then you just V out. Dark Pulse will do. Why do I not have Snowbell in the front of the gosh dang party? She has Dark Pulse. Holy shit. I am so gosh dang silly. I love when someone gives criticism as long as it's valid, isn't hateful. Yeah, oh. That just reminded me of a video that I saw. But yeah, valid criticism is good. When it's just like, fuck you, I hate you, your thing's shit, bad, no good, stinky, that's not helpful. Like, you're just an asshole at that point. That reminded me of a video I saw. It was this guy, he's like, I'm not gonna bring the video up because, he might try to copyright strike me. There's this guy who, he was like it was like, Thomas and Friends, open parentheses, roasted, exposed, close parentheses. Or it might have been exposed, roasted or something. He doesn't expose anything, by the way. I wouldn't even really call it a roast, because it's just him watching the intro theme. Like, someone put together an intro theme, like, compilation, essentially. And it's just him watching it and then pausing on each individual cut and going, who the fuck are you? I'm gonna fucking punch the shit out of your asshole. Like, just swearing like a 16-year-old, like someone who's learned how to swear for the first time in their life. And they just think like, well, if I swear enough, that means I'm funny and therefore right. When that's not the case. You can swear as much as you want, but to be funny is more than just saying fuck, fuckity, fuck, fuck. That's why I don't come on a video and I say, gosh dang it, guys, you'll never believe this fucking gosh dang bullshit. I'm oh boy, like, because it's just not entertaining. However, I will say that this guy, probably not for the right reasons, was entertaining. Because his video was too stupid to be satire, but too brilliant to be by complete accident. It's somewhere in that middle ground. And I thought it was, I lost steam there all of a sudden, but I thought it was really funny. Because, it was, like, funny in this weird, like, ironic but not at the same time. Like, it feels like he knows what he's doing. Why am I using Moonblast on an ice type? I'm silly. Oh, I'm gonna get cucked. Yep, I sure did. It almost feels like it's a joke in of itself, but it can't be, because that's his whole channel. And, yeah. It just reminded me of that. Oh, I have an Awakening spare. I'll use one of those, thank you very much. Oh, bah humbug, who can't handle a few edgy jokes? I mean, like, it depends on how edgy we're getting. Like, there is a line. I won't say, like, you should never be offended by a joke. Obviously, like, there are some jokes. Really? Two times in a row? You're just making sweet love to Supernova over here. Breaking me off my train of thought. I won't say you should never be offended by a joke, but I do think that there is a line where it's like where something shouldn't be taken offensively, but it is, versus something that isn't a... Wait a minute, let me... How do I word this? Where something is offensive and people should take offense to it, versus something where something is just like slightly edgy and people like overreact over it. Shadow the Hedgehog video game was too edgy. You see, the Shadow the Hedgehog video game was too much. Too much for young children. If you can't... Everyone knows kids can't handle hearing damn and shit. Oh my gosh, I might have just gotten canceled right there with those two. Like some people take edgy jokes to another level. 9/11 was a sick prank, dude. My whole family was on that plane. I have seen a few 9/11 funnies. Well, I mean, I don't like to make fun of a tragedy like that. But every time I see one of those, it just catches me off guard. And my gut reaction when I'm hit by something like that is to laugh, because I just don't know what else to do. Like, that's just my first thing. Like, you could show me someone getting, like, bowled over by a cyclist, and my first thing is to laugh. Not because I think it's funny, just because I don't know how else to respond for, like, that 10th of a second. Yeah, Master Oogway type jokes, like, that's no good. Don't like that at all. I've seen a little bit of that Master Oogway guy. No good. Bad. Very bad. Stinky. Don't like it. Like, there's making a joke, and then there's, like, what's the joke? Like, saying the N-word is not a joke. And that's something that I've preached a lot, is that, like I make jokes about people who think that they're okay to say the N-word. And when they're not. Like, I don't know. Grain, watch your fucking language with PH. Very funny. Like, just saying slurs is not funny in of itself. I think making fun of people who say slurs is legitimately funny because they're clowns. But yeah. That's can we let's talk about something else, because we're getting into some pretty, like, heavy territory here. Thoughts on Sodor Answers and Sodor Retolds. They're fun. They're fun little bits and bops. They don't make me, like, laugh until I piss and shit myself, but I think they're okay. Why'd I use Moonblast? He resists Moonblast like a... Well, at least I resist that. Let's just have a resist off. Let's see who resists who more. I once unwillingly laughed at something my friend said, and he noticed it, so he said as a joke. His dog died, and for some reason I started uncontrollably laughing on the ground. He noticed it, so he said it as a joke. Okay. Yeah, like, sometimes people just, like, laugh at something uncontrollably, and you started laughing uncontrollably on the ground. Like, that's funny. My dog died, bursts out laughing. Anyway, let's talk about something else now, because, like, it's we're going, like, talking about a bit versus a bit too far, and I don't know. It's sensitive stuff, and I don't really want to, like, because everyone's different on that. Everyone has a different tolerance to it. And while I do think it is important to build a tolerance to that stuff, it is also important to recognize when you go a step out of bounds, I think. Like, that was my first reaction. I didn't know what to do. Yeah, I've been there. So here's another funny story. So my dad, he'd park his car in this one building, because it was, I don't know if it was free parking or it was cheap parking. It might have been free, which sounds like something my dad would do, because my dad's always looking for the deals. And So he's parking this free parking spot. Well, one day, the building he's parking at catches on fire. It catches on fire. And so someone's going for lunch. Have a nice lunch. So, he runs back to the building because he's got to get his car. He's got 2 of his coworkers with him. And the fire brigade stops him and they're like, you guys can't go in there because the building is on fire and it's going to collapse. And he's like, but my car's in there. I got to get my car. And, well, he couldn't get his car. He said, the fire guy said, okay, one of your coworkers, where's your car? And one of his coworkers is like, oh, my car is on, this wall. And my dad and the other coworker said, our car is on the other side. And he's like, okay, you, coworker on the first wall, you can go get your car. Dad and other guy, no cars allowed. Your car is just gonna have to freaking burn. So, because apparently the building was, on its last legs. It was a wooden building. It was going downhill fast, the situation. So, Dad's car is sitting there, and I like to imagine, the Thomas scenario where the car is actually alive. And, Mom heard you say fire. Shit, dude, turn off the stream, you're gonna get grounded. You're not gonna be able to play Fortnite later. I'm just going back and forth, aren't I? The car is sitting there, waiting for someone to come and save it. And I believe what happened was 11 hours went by. And only then did the wall the car was next to finally come crashing down. So my dad could have gone and saved the car and not had to buy a new car. I mean, he probably needed a new car at some point, but yeah, 11 hours later, wall comes down, crushes the car is gone. Dad comes for the wreckage, and he sends me a picture, and it's just flat. That wall turned that car into a gosh dang Lamborghini. I am totally lost in this teleporter maze. It's not even funny. And it was really funny because what happened next will shock you. My dad had... What the fuck? Why am I just going... I'm just stuck in purgatory between this pad and another pad. How do I get out of here? I don't know if this helps. Maybe this one? I don't know. My dad keeps a lot of stuff in his car. A lot of camping stuff. Because he's a camper. And he likes to camp. So, all the stuff in his car was mostly unscathed somehow. So he's going into the car. He came back over the course of 3 days, filling up, big Walmart bags full of stuff. Then he'd go back, because they got to take the car after a certain amount of days. Then he'd go back the next day, fill it up with as much stuff as he can carry, and then take it back. He's just, scavenging this car. Picking up all the stuff that he can get his hands on. And I think he had, 3 or 4 bags worth of stuff by the end. And, yeah, he told me about that. And I was like, wait a minute, why? I have to remember how we got here. The reason I'm telling you this story is because he told me that his car got freaking crushed in a fire. And I heard that. And my gut reaction was just to laugh. And I'm like, I shouldn't laugh because it's my dad. And my dad's a little bit of a goof. But that doesn't mean I hate him. Sometimes. But, I still love him because he's my father. But I heard that and I just started laughing because, I laughed for a second. Just because I didn't know what else to do. My car almost got squished by, or my car got crushed by a falling wall because the building was on fire. That's just such a ridiculous situation. I don't know how else to react to that other than be like, ha, and then, oh my gosh, are you okay? You saying the car is the scientist in Shed 17 levels of messed up. Yeah, car is just waiting there hey, it's getting a little toasty in here. No, the car would be like, boy, it's like a sauna in here. And then it'd just fire everywhere. He probably could have gotten the car too. The only thing is though, is that if he had gone and gotten the car, or if he'd been like, no, I gotta get in there, he probably would have, like, died or something. Like, it probably wouldn't have ended well for him. So, yeah. That just goes to show, like, the car can be replaced. If you get crushed in the car, like, he was not surviving if he got crushed. That car was flat, and that car got turned into a gosh dang Ferrari. Convertible, that's the one. Car, this is fine. Two people with the same joke at the same time. Honestly, I think I got that laughing habit from watching South Park since I was like 8 or 9. I never got into South Park. It was always a show that I wanted to watch, but it was, my parents were like, no, don't watch it. You'll learn bad words. And now that gotten a little more matured, like a fine wine, I don't know, it's not really a show for me. I don't really jive with it. I'm not saying it's bad, it's not for me. I'm playing Minecraft right now. Dude, that's awesome. I love Minecraft. Such a fun game. Just a nice relaxing game to do, like on a weekend or something. I've always enjoyed a little bit of craft in my time. Bad fucking words. We can't allow that. I love the PH fuck. I don't know why. It's so funny to me. Jenna wasn't a... What did he use? He must have used like Shadow Ball or something. Some kind of ghost type move. It doesn't matter, because I can just bite him right on the nose. Chomp down on his big old schnoz. And now he's gone forever. Sent to the pits of hell by Jenna herself. The very strong Eevee. I should probably ask, can you guys hear the audio and stuff okay? I've only been streaming for an hour and a half now. Is the audio levels good? Because I never know when I'm streaming. I don't listen to the audio while I do it. I probably should, but I don't even know if I could. I'm sure there's a way I can do it, just I never do. So, let me know if it's like too quiet or stuff. I'm trying different settings right now, so yeah. Eevee's tail looks like a paintbrush. It does look like a paintbrush, doesn't it? Oh my gosh, dude, a painting evolution, an evolution based around painting. That's cool. I want to see that. Gen 10, when that comes in 2029 probably, painting Eevee. Nintendo, make it happen. Do it. I dare you. I double dare you. I triple dog dare you, as a matter of fact. Going to the triple dog dare. That's the highest level of dare that one can go to. Snowbell is in dire need of a full heal. Oh my gosh. Painter, Craftion. There we go. No, it sounds like a Minecraft thing. Ardeon. Someone, it's like, because evolutions always have the Eon suffix. So, we gotta think of like Ardeon, Craftion, Sculpion. That sounds like Scorpion. That could be a good poison type one. Scorpion. Paintion. Huion. Because it's like Huey and Eon. Yeah, Huion. It's just a rainbow Eevee. Let's stick with Ninetales. All these guys have Haunters. I don't know why. We've barely seen any Psychic types throughout this gym, which I'm not complaining. Brushion. There we go. Sculption. And it likes to sculpt things out of clay. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, Eevee is like one of those Pokemon where like I have so much like Pikachu merch, but like Eevee is still the Pokemon I probably prefer. Like I'm sitting here, I got my Pikachu hat on, I got my Pikachu shirt on, I got a Pikachu plush next to me, and I'm playing Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. Potterion. Supernova grew to level 42. Pretty good. So I'm going to try to wrap this gym up because we've been going for almost not almost 2 hours, but an hour and a half. And I usually like to keep these streams hour-ish, hour and a half. So let's see if we can find our way Not that way. I love the teleport effect. It looks so cool. I don't think I've said this a whole lot, but this is a game where I've always, like, played up to a certain point, and then I put it down for a little bit. Not because I don't like it, just because I put it down for a bit. And then when I come back, I'm like, oh, I want to start from the beginning. And then, like, there's a lot of stuff in this game I just haven't seen. And this is one of those. You better look into doors. Bro, I look into doors all the time when I walk through them. Fucking laugh. Warning, Grumble is freaky Grumble. Interesting name. Is that on his, is that like his legal name? Or is that like a show name? Oh my gosh, come on, just take me to Sabrina. Take me to your leader. Grumble is an entity. Well, to be fair, you could say that about basically anyone. Take me to your leader, please. Oh my gosh. I'm going backwards. I'm legitimately going backwards. Okay, we need to back up here. Let's play a fun game. How long will it take for your boy Play Don't Pause to find Sabrina hiding in her weird psychic hellhole? One of these has to be the right one, right? The odds of me finding her are low, but never zero. Holy crap, there it is. Right when I said that, there she blows. Alrighty, give me 1 sec and then we'll fight this gym leader and we'll call it a day. Alright, boys. It's Veeing time. Will we be able to beat Sabrina with our slightly underleveled team? Probably. I can't wait for more Play Don't Pause content. I'm going to burst. Hey, man, just keep it to yourself, okay? Alright, Pausey, this is it. That's Mr. Pausey to you, thank you very much. Imagine being the 3 remaining people on the stream. Hey man, I'm just happy to stream for a little bit and have some people to talk to. Not everyone gets that kind of opportunity, even if it's just for like a little bit with a few people. Like, legitimately, I don't think it's unfair to say that most people who are streaming are like literally streaming to 0 bodies, actual crickets right now. So the fact that I've got a few people to bounce off of, very much appreciated. Thank you so much for showing up. I hope that, I swear, if you thought that was sexual, I plead the 5th. Just like, hey man, if you're gonna burst in any capacity, whether it's like star burst or any other kind of burst, or your head's gonna burst, just like, just keep that on your side of the screen. Or if you're literally going to explode, make sure that you record it and put it on live leak. That's all I ask. Oh no. Oh no, she's actually strong. uh... Bird. Yeah, I know it was a reference to Thomas's funny fish story. Oh, jeez. Lose my voice a little bit. Pardon me for a sec, I got some water. Water acquired. That's the other reason why I like to keep the streams a little shorter, is just because, like, I feel like I get on stream and I have to be constantly talking all the time. And, it just, my voice sometimes is like, I need a break, I need a rest. And I know that I can take pauses and stuff, but I don't want people, like, come into the stream and be like, wow, this guy's just dead silent. Because I hate when people are just playing the game and just not talking at all. Like, I want to at least, like, be talking, be bouncing off the chat and stuff. But, again, I think that there is a line where, I have to find that balance, and I haven't quite found it yet. Futon wants to learn Screech. That might be good. Headbutt's probably better, though. Brick Break. I can reteach a Brick Break. Yeah, I'll reteach a Brick Break later on. But Screech might be useful for this fight specifically. Well, Mr. Pawsey, you always sound sarcastic. That's me. I'm the sarcastic boy. I would be horrible at streaming. Hey, man, everyone sucks when they start doing anything. Like, it's not a matter of, like, going into it being the best. It's a matter of, like, building up a skill set and then using that to the best of your abilities. You know, I didn't start out as the best editor. I didn't start out with the best audio. If you go back to my very early Who Did It Better videos, they're not good. I mean, they're fine. They're okay, but they're not my best work. So you just gotta, like, take what you get. No, let me back that up. I'm mixing up my metaphors. You just gotta kind of take what you have as a base and then learn from there. And that's all there is to it. And you might be streaming to 0 viewers for a long time, but you just keep streaming, and eventually someone's gonna fall into your chat and they're gonna be like, hey, this guy's pretty good. I'll hang out here for a little bit. And I hope that with me, that's something that people have said to themselves when they see that I'm live. Like, I don't do streams because I want to be streaming to 1,000 people. I just do streams because I want to make people feel good for a little bit. Because I know what it's like. You come home, you have a rough day. I know this is on the weekend, so whatever. But if you're having, like, bad stuff happens outside of the main Monday to Friday. If you're going through a tough time, hopefully I can just, like, show up and make you feel happy or something. Just help you take your mind off of it for a little bit. And if I can do that, for even just one person, then that's a win for me. That's all I want at the end of the day. That is not the... You know what I don't want at the end of the day? Frickin' Metronome to give me Tail Whip, because that is not helpful. I mean, it might be a little bit against Slowbro, but not particularly. Let's switch to Futon. You might be wondering why I'm not switching to Jenna, and it's because she's very strong, and I need my other teammates to get XP. Bro, I love coming to these streams because they just like vibing, chilling with people like you. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that a lot. That's what I'm after. I just want to relax for a bit, have some fun, talk about funny stuff, talk about some Thomas the Dank Tank, and play some Pokemon, have some laughs, get hit by Psychic a couple 1,000 times. That's what I do. And I'm sleeping. Futon, come on. Wake the fuck up. Please and thank. Bag. I almost said super heal. Full heal. Super heal! It sounds like an anime move. Tommy the Dank Tank. That's what me and my friend call Thomas the Tank Engine. When I say, like, hey, do you want to watch some Tommy the Dank Tank, Austin? And he's like, hell yeah, brother. Let's turn it back on her. Let's see how she likes it. Slowbro is drowsing. Who can I... Let's switch back to Supernova, because he's probably not going to use Thingy again. Super heal! Yeah, you see Crazy Diamond. Is that a freaking JoJo reference? It better be, because I don't know what else it would be. Play Don't Pause. Have you watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? No. Timmy the Wank Tank. Okay, yeah, that'll do. Well done. Bon F stuff, good job. That is, in fact, a JoJo reference. Thank goodness. See, I'm hip. I know things. Okay, this metronome strategy is not working out. Maybe it will. Maybe I'll get something good. Fire. I'm specifically not using Flamethrower. Why would you give me Fire Blast? Do you want to know why? Because it's a random number generator controlling this boyo. It could be anything. I could get Thunder Wave. I could get Explosion. It's all just a matter of odds. And he woke up and he's using Yawn again. Dicks. I don't like using potions for these battles. So I'm going to try not to, but I also don't know what else I can do here. Futon can probably take another hit. You know, I'm going to go with Supernova, and I'm going to bet it all on black. I'm betting my life savings on black. Let's see what happens. Will I go broke? I sure will. That was not helpful. That was not even slightly. I'm gonna have to heal Supernova. Thankfully, with that Amnesia, I always wondered why Amnesia raises special defense. That never made any sense to me. It just, like, what, it forgets that it isn't that strong, so it becomes stronger? Yeah, that makes sense. If you don't think about it at all. Thankfully, she's only doing, like, 12 damage. Man, my special defense fell. But I woke up. What a roller coaster of events that was. Ronald the McDonald's tank engine. Oh my gosh, chat is going nuts. Pedal dance, there we go. Finally something that I can use. That's the one. You see, if you just keep betting all your money on black, you'll eventually make it back. Now let's switch, because you've got Alakazam, the very strong boy. One of the strongest Pokemon Gen 1 has to offer, in my opinion. Winky the Wonky Feminist. Green is going absolutely sicko mode today. Alrighty, level 44. Now let's use Jenna's ultimate special turbocharge apeshit attack. Ha, Psychic, that's cute. Let me hit you with a gosh dang EV-shaped nuke. She loves me so much. Laser straight to the gosh dang soul. He never stood a chance. If you're happy and you know it, clap your... Correction, if you're psychic and you know it, clap your hands. Clap your hands with your mind. That's the real proof of being psychic. Yeah, take that, Sabrina. You suck. Coming in here with your psychic type Pokemon. I thought she was going to be a lot harder. I think I actually had an easier time with her than I did with Koga. Like, all the yawn shit aside. I got Calm Mind for it. Calm Mind is actually going to be big. I'll replace Amnesia with that on Supernova for sure. Everyone has psychic power. People just don't realize that it's like key in Dragon Ball. Jenna, you did good. You done diddly did good. You deserve many... Okay, you don't want the head pats, you want the belly scratches. That's fair. Play don't pause the Eevee spam. I didn't spam the Eevee. I just brought her in at the end to clean up. She was waiting to unload the ultimate super ultra Eevee nuke. You gotta give the people what they want, and they want to see the Eevee nuke. And they also want to see Jenna consume an entire pineapple. 2 pineapples, as a matter of fact. And some bananas. Blue bananas. I don't know why they're blue, but they are. And that's okay. Well, we didn't really get any evolutions today. We didn't get any new Pokemon for our decks, but we did beat 2 gym leaders. That's pretty darn good. My psychic power is reading your internet browser history. Damn. That's pretty powerful, I'm not gonna lie. As far as special abilities go, that one, you could do a lot of damage reading people's browser history. You could blackmail the entire internet. It's like, I see you were looking at tasteful food pictures. Cancelled. Played on positive. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, you asked me if I played any of the Mario and Luigi games. I saw that comment and I got distracted by staring into the sun. I'm sorry. Have I played any of the Mario Luigi games? I played 2. I played Bowser's Inside Story and I've played Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. Out of the 2, which one is my favorite? I've played them both so long ago, it's hard to say for certain. I've definitely played Superstar Saga more than Bowser's Inside Story. But I do think Bowser's Inside Story is a very good sequel to Superstar Saga. I know that it's not technically a sequel. I know that there's Partners in Time in there. But I haven't played Partners in Time, so... Shrugging referee Facebook sticker. I see you watching fish food images again. No, not my fish food. How could they know? Dang it. I can't believe it. I can't believe I've been exposed in 5K. I have a Raichu. Why do you... It says I don't have a Raichu, but I absolutely do. Pokedex. Or wait, does it only count... No, No, not Pokedex. Party. Pokemon Box. That's the one. I literally have a Oh, I don't... I guess I don't have a Raichu. Okay, well, we can fix that pretty darn quick, can't we? Move Pokemon. No, add to party. That's the one. Let's solve this conundrum and we'll call it a day. So we get our Pikachu. Do I even have a Thunderstone on me? I might. Power Up Pocket. I have a Water Stone. I could make Pika Blue. You guys remember Pika Blue? The people thought was a water type evolution for Pikachu, but was actually Meryl in disguise. That was a crazy time. I didn't grow up during that time, so I've only heard the legends of it, but I do know of the mythical Pika Blue. I wish that they would do like more Pikachu Pokemon that are not just electric type. Like Mimikyu. Mimikyu is like a perfect example of that. I've also seen people say like Meryl is an example of that. I wouldn't necessarily call Meryl like a Pikachu clone. It's kind of in the same ballpark, but I don't know. How do I get to the Stone City? Not the Stone City, the city where I can buy evolution stones. Celadon. I'm going the wrong way. I need to go to the left. Gotcha. Good talk. So we'll knock Raichu off the list and then we'll call it a day. I said I was going to do it after the gym, but I want to get at least one evolution. So let's get one and that'll be good for me. Someone is not calling my phone. I thought I heard a buzzing. That might be someone else's cell phone. More time with Play Don't Pause. Yippee. Thank you. Not too much longer though, but just a little bit. Just a couple more minutes. We can all relax. That's called Stoner. That's pretty funny. Alrighty, let's go and get ourselves a Thunderstone. Is there anything that I can even do at this this marketplace here? I know you can buy Pokemon in one of the games, in one of the older games, but I don't think I can do anything with it here. Which kind of sucks, because I really liked the... I liked the gambling. I did legitimately like the being able to like get Pokemon through the trading ring. I thought that was pretty cool. I don't remember doing it a whole lot, but you get some good stuff. Shout out to the 4 people watching right now. Yeah, shout out to the 4 people watching right now, honestly. Thank you for sticking around. That's Technical Machines. I don't want you. Do you sell the rocks I want? No, you don't. And you were useless to me. Are people talking about Skibidi Toilet again? I can't believe it. I simply can't believe it. This guy gave me helping hand. That's not really helpful to me. I will take it though. Oh, brain out. Brain out is when you remove brain from skull. Here we go, Thunderstone. Now all we have to do is force feed this to Pikachu and we can call it a day. No thanks, I don't want anything else. Bag. Power up pocket. Give me that thunder. I could give this to Jenna, but she won't take it. That was really frustrating when I found out about that. That you can't evolve your Eevee. That's the reason why I bought this game. Because I thought that it would be like Pokemon XD, Gale of Darkness, where you can evolve your Eevee into one of a billion evolutions. But you can't do that. And that kind of sucks. Because I wanted an Umbreon. I love Umbreon. It's my favorite evolution. I can't believe he said fucker stone. I did not say fucker stone. I'm currently at the end of my playthrough of Mario and Luigi. I just gotta get all the beans. And Bowser at level 50. Beat Nuzzle's puzzles. And complete the boss gauntlet. I might not know what Mario and Luigi game. I only know 2 of them. So, I apologize. Yeah, we got Raichu. Cool. It didn't even give him like a moment of... He wants to learn Thunder Punch. Boy. Hell yeah, you can learn Thunder Punch. I'm never going to use him on my team, but he can learn Thunder Punch. Beans is pretty based. Everyone loves some good old Bean action. Killer Bean. Mr. Bean. We're always up for some Bean there, done that action. Based on what? Hey. Okay, bye. Yep, that's gonna do it for me then. We got Jim's stuff done. We got Raichu stuff done. It was a good stream. I enjoyed. I hope you guys also enjoyed, and I'll see ya next time. Bye-bye.